One more thing about the IRS. ABC News reports, and Breitbart picked it up, that the IRS scandal, the armed police escorted reporters through a Cincinnati office as ABC News was going there to try to investigate and get comments from these reporters. According to ABC, a, quote, armed uniformed police officer with the Federal Protective Service escorted reporters through the public building. ABC says that if the intent wasn't to scare off employees who might talk, that was the effect. A Washington spokesman told ABC that press queries are referred to the press office, but that people have First Amendment rights. They're entitled to speak. One of them, who asked not to be named, told ABC News that security guards did remind employees of the official policy not to talk with the press, a warning that was cemented by the punchline, quote, or risk losing our jobs. Now, when I saw this report about the armed security officers escorting the ABC reporters through and intimidating IRS employees about talking about this scandal in the place where so much of it has happened. And remember that not all of it happened in the Cincinnati office. It happened in other offices. The audit requests for knowing what people were praying came out of a California office. So this is not the work of one office that was out of touch, out of control. But when you see the government trying to stifle people talking to the press about what really happened, then you have to wonder about this AP scandal that happened. And my first impression with that was that, of course, if the AP reporters understand anything at all, and obviously they must, they know, as we all do, that the government is listening to everything that everybody is communicating in digital communications, especially if those communications are going overseas, because the government doesn't even try to hide the fact that they listen to people. They have the FISA Act, which allows them, in their opinion, to do that. I don't believe that it does, because the Constitution supersedes those kinds of surveillance acts. And I think that that applies for foreign conversations, and especially for foreign conversations that involve Americans. But they assert that they have the legal right to do that. And so for reporters to think that they were not being listened to when they're talking to people abroad is really not very credible. So I believed that it was simply intimidating the AP. But as I look at this operation going on in the Cincinnati office with ABC trying to talk to people and the IRS security guards intimidating them, I'm wondering if this whole AP scandal was really trying to intimidate not reporters, but whistleblowers. Because as yesterday on the Alex Jones show, Joel Skousen said that it's going to be interesting to see what these other people that haven't come forward and talked about it say, because there were about 30 people at the Benghazi compound that survived and witnessed the attacks, and they've all been silenced so far. Now, in this next report, we see that that may change soon. This is an exclusive from Bajama Media, and they say ex-diplomats are reporting that new Benghazi whistleblowers with info that is devastating to Clinton and Obama are going to be coming forward. From the article, it says more whistleblowers will emerge shortly in the escalating Benghazi scandal, according to two former U.S. diplomats who spoke with PJ Media Monday afternoon. Stevens' mission in Benghazi, they will say, was to buy back Stinger missiles from al-Qaeda groups issued to them by the State Department, not by the CIA. Such a mission would usually be a CIA effort, but the intelligence agency had opposed the idea because of the high risk involved in arming insurgents with powerful weapons that endanger civilian aircraft. Well, we know that al-Qaeda has been supplied with Stinger missiles that can shoot down civilian aircraft in Syria. That's been reported. But notice what it says in this report. It says that it was issued to them by the State Department, not by the CIA. And the State Department, Hillary Clinton's State Department, was the one that sent the ambassador, Stevens, to Benghazi. So this is really interesting, because this kind of reinforces the narrative that we've had from military and intelligence, former military intelligence people who have spoken to us, who have been on the Alex Jones radio show, saying that this was internecine warfare between different groups in our government. But the interesting thing is that they're both arming and equipping al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda, our boogeyman terrorist, the excuse for the violations of all of our civil liberties. Understand that we went into Libya and we put al-Qaeda in charge. And this whole operation in Benghazi was a fight over which groups within how Al-Qaeda was going to be armed and which groups were going to do it within the government and how they were going to do it.
Jakari Jackson here, and I want to talk to you for a second about water. You know about ProPure, our flagship water purification system, but check out some of our portable water filter products at INFOWARSstore.com. The clearly filtered water pitcher. Also, for those of you on the go, we have the Athlete Edition filtered water bottle and the RAD Eliminator Pro filtered sports bottle that removes radiation. And keep in mind, we have replacement filters for all of these products. The ever-popular grab-and-go bag favorite, the Life Straw, the Crystal Quest shower filter system, and the Aquapod kit, great for mass storage of water. And while you're at the InfoWars shop, pick up a copy of our latest book, 31 Days to Survival. You can find all this and more at the InfoWarsStore.com, and don't forget it's your support that funds our operation. Sign up for our free newsletter at InfoWars.com/newsletter.